What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing another viewer build, but it's not going to be the upgrade rush this time. This time we are going to go for the bunker drop. A Grandmaster Terran, inexorable, I think that's how it's pronounced. In my head I would say it inexorable, but I'm pretty sure it's inexorable. Grandmaster Brazilian Terran, he is pretty much a player like me that likes to invent really weird builds and stuff. And then he sends them to me. Excuse me. And then he sends them to me, and I get to try them out. And I think this one, I also saw that Harstem gave it a shot. It's going to be fun to see if I can make it happen as well. Now, this build is meant to be played against Protoss. Because I am crazy, I'm just going to be doing it in every single matchup, and I'll probably have to give it some twists and stuff. But we'll see if it works out. If it doesn't, then whatever, then we know. I mean, at this point, with all the builds I do, it's, you know... the chance of a positive outcome is not necessarily important for me. I just want a build to be freaking epic. And if it is epic in the end, then it's worth losing a couple games for that. So basically the way this build works is you go for a 1-base 1-1-1. From what I could see, I saw 2 replays of it. Ideally you do it on a map. Or well, it depends more on the player than the map. But ideally you do it on a map where there is an annoying Reaper cliff like this. Because you want... players to wall off the Reaper cliff. Now that is an extremely stylistic choice from the Protoss. So even if a map like this has a really annoying Reaper cliff that's kind of far away from the natural, you cannot predict whether they're going to wall it off. But ideally, they do wall that off. And then if they do, you pretty much drop 7 Marines and an SCV next to the wall off. And... just build a bunker there, basically. And then the reason why they can't deal with it that easily is because you also have 3 Hellions attacking in the front. So they're gonna have to defend their probes. It's very similar to, like... you guys might remember when I did planetary rushes, sometimes it would turn into planetary distraction instead of planetary rush, because they would focus everything they had on the PF and lose every single worker to my Hellions or whatever else I would be running around with, right? Now, actually, he did something... crazy in this build. He stopped... you guys are going to see that this is going to look a little bit insane. He stopped at 21 workers, so he's not actually going to be fully saturated. And the reason why is because he's going to end up having exactly 39 out of 39, and he can play triple CC and use those to round up the supply. It's... I'm not sure that's the most efficient version of it. My instinct says it's not. But I'm going to follow with the build, at least for game number 1. I'm going to do it exactly the way he does it. And then after this, I can make some adaptations, see if I can make the build a little better. I'm sure he would appreciate it as well, you know, because, I mean, he's already been beating some Grandmasters with it. Sure, he wouldn't mind if his build ended up being even a little bit better. Now, because I skipped SCVs, I can afford the command center pretty early, so that is nice. Medevacs take longer to build than Marines and Hellions, so you don't have to necessarily rush those. I do need to make sure my Marines are finished. Hellions can be finished a little later. Now, as I remember, the next 3 supply gets rounded out by a Liberator. Okay, so we get spotted here. Not the best situation ever, but it's okay, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be the worst thing for us. I mean, it's kind of hard to read what I'm doing anyway, so that makes it okay. Oh, I have 1 gas. I'm going to try to return it real quick. There we go. Then you guys get into the medevac, and no, I missed one. No man left behind. There you go. Then the Hellions go in the front, medevac goes into the main, and then you can make a 3rd command center already. And this is where it gets a little awkward, because I can make a supply depot, but it's going to finish roughly at the same time as that command center. So I don't know if that's even worth it. I'm just going to follow along exactly the way he wants me to play this, really. And I guess I'll make Marines and tanks after. That is the play. He is going to wall this off fully, sadly. Just going to attack this. Let's see. Oh, there's no Reaper. Oh, that's actually a bit annoying. Wait, I'm going to switch it up here because he was completely ready for this strategy. I'm going to build... I'm going to build the bunker in front of his base. Okay, this is incredibly stupid, but who knows? Okay, so he's going to go for the cancel right away. Actually, quite an interesting move over here. Wait. Oh, the switch up, guys. We're going to go for the switch up over here. Look at this. He does not have blink yet. Now the bunker is probably going to get up. He does have a battery over here. And let's see how many probes I can target with this. Yeah, he does. I think he's actually playing like I wouldn't say an all-in build, but he's really going for a lot of stalkers. Now the bunker is going to finish, which is great. Is that going to have any impact on the game? I don't know. Now the stalkers are going to be distracted, so the Liberator can go into the main base, can get another big hit over here. There we go. Liberator is siege. Bunker is still going ham. We have a tank at home. Third CC-ish finished behind this. Now we can probably save this Actually, he probably has Blink already, if I had to guess. We should be able to save it anyway. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys a pro gamer move. You pretend to go away with the Liberator and then you shift click it back in. Now this is the scariest part for sure. We are playing against... Yeah, it's not 100% an all-in, but it's pretty close, to be honest. I don't know if we can actually defend this. As you can see, I cannot afford SCVs right now either. The Liberator is back. This is very necessary, I think. Even if he has Stalkers at home, I think we have to do this. Because otherwise, he will be able to focus fully on the offense, and we will die. Even if I have to... Okay, that's beautiful. Couple more Stalkers were at home. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now, I don't think we could have really afforded something... Actually, I want to move this tank a little bit further back. I don't think we could have afforded something from the starport. Maybe we could have, but it's a little scary. Guess I'll go for the double barracks now. I did make one adaptation myself just now. In his version, the second barracks was a lot faster for Stim. I thought it was really way more important to just get as many units out as possible, to be honest. So that's why my second barracks is going to be slightly delayed here. There is... Let's see. Oh, it's got a blink for it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. That's going to be pretty alright, actually. I don't matter, is what I wanted to say. I don't mind if that engineering bay gets cancelled, so that's all good. Okay, so he sees I have a nice setup over here. I do need the gases. I think I have enough here to defend, actually. I'll just try to take one gas. Like, if he blinks here, he can kill them. That's kind of why I was hesitant there for a little bit. Okay, I mean, this build... If this follow-up is good enough, this actually looked quite good. And this was... I mean, I had to adapt on the fly. There was no Reaper wall and stuff. And it still looked pretty freaking good, right? Like, we got a lot of damage over there. The Hellions got in. You do have to be very good at adapting when you play a build like this for sure. Like, notice how first I moved the bunker over here because the Stalkers were literally ready for the bunker, right? And then I moved the Hellions in the main instead. So I completely switched it up. The bunker was annoying for sure. It distracted him after the Hellions died, so the Liberator could get in. So it actually all worked out very, very nicely. Now, really, it's going to be super hard to tell because the follow-up on this build, it feels good because you have 3cc, but it's obviously pretty awkward, right? Because, you know, you're not building SCVs for so freaking long. I have 47 at 7 minute 20. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I mean, keep in mind, I did have the triple mule as well, which adds a whole lot to this. Now, how do I follow this up? I don't know. I think I'm just going to go for a typical uThermal follow-up, which is to do a double drop into the main base. I haven't seen the observer. There's probably an observer somewhere. I don't know where it is. Stalker still in front of the main, or in front of the natural. Just saw them. Let's get a couple turrets out against the Warp Prism, right? A little bit of a precaution. Did I kill the sentry, actually? I haven't seen another hallucinated Phoenix, right? That would be kind of crazy for him to not use that, because it's such good scouting. I mean, I guess there's not anything in particular to scout, but still. Let's see if... Okay, well... Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it, actually. I think I want to have these medevacs on the map, just so I can move out with my main force. Like, if that medevac is not there, he's just gonna sit in front of my base with his Stalkers, and I can never really do anything. Oh, I thought I salvaged that. That's my bad. Okay, yeah, exactly. He was trying to find me. Yeah, this is great. Like, now I can take my third base safely. I know it sounds weird, right? To move a medevac out and kind of hope that he catches it, but that's pretty much what I did, right? Like, I wanted him to see it. I'm gonna make a bunker over here. Get a depot over here whenever I can. I am not sure what I want to play. He took the forward base? Okay. Why? I actually don't know why he took this base, to be honest. He doesn't. Oh, he's playing Mass Zealot. Oh, that's painful. Oh, he does have upgrades, actually. Oh, that fight was actually very nice in the little choke over there. We're gonna kill a lot of Zealots here. I think this fight is barely gonna be efficient. But I need to be able to defend the follow-up. Okay, so he's... Wait, were those gases fake, maybe? Like, he's taking gas... They were fake, you bastardian! He freaking mind-gamed me! How dare he! that is royally messed up. I'm the mind gamer here, guys. You cannot be doing stuff like this. I mean, it still worked out fine for us, but, you know... that was a cool move, actually. Honestly, respect. He took the gases over here. Either he... I still don't know why... Does he have the gases over here? Like, I am quite confused. I'm legit not sure if he mind-gamed me or it all happened by accident. I cannot tell, to be honest. Okay, let's see. We're gonna have to kite back over here. This fight actually looks pretty decent, but I think judging from how many units he has and by the fact he probably has the 4th base, that the opening did not do enough for us, sadly. And I do like the damage that I did, so I think what that means... this player could be very high MMR, by the way. I'm actually not quite sure, because it didn't show me in the loading screen. We could be playing against an absolute legend over here. We could be playing against someone that is... not as good as me as well. That would also matter in my assessment of the build, of course. Like if we're getting owned by Hero after that start is not as bad as if we're losing against a 5.2k Protoss, let's say. And I'm not going to give up yet. I think I have one more play here, really, and that is just to sit and hope that I survive and then max out. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but that is the plan. We got 2 Vikings. The Vikings here are really, really nice, by the way. Very, very nice. Gotta make sure to move them back. We are playing on the EU server, so I don't want to do too much like reactive micro. I think that's going to be a little problematic. Let's see. He's not targeting my... Did he... He does have Blink, right? Or did he skip Blink? I don't remember if I've seen it. I'm wondering because he didn't target the Medivacs earlier, which is a pretty... Or Vikings, rather. Which is a pretty unusual move going up against a Viking army. Now, where do I put the... This is really, really difficult, actually. Let's do a scan. Okay, so he's not there. I think I'm just going to gamble and put the mines over here. I need the mines against the Zealots. If I don't have the mines, we die. Okay, there's just... It's 100% a fact. Okay, army here looks pretty powerful, to be honest. Let's try to kite a little bit further back into the defensive position. He is targeting the CC, which means that now we have to go for it. Actually, this is a pretty decent scenario here for us, not because we're winning, but he kind of gave us a chance here to clean up his army and then move all the way across the map and try to win the game, really. Okay, let me just try to... oh, I'm not going to be able to close that, sadly. Maybe I can close it now. Okay, let's see. All the SCVs have to go across with me. Widow mines have to come across with me as well. And then, yeah, it looks like he definitely has too much right. Yeah, okay. GG is gonna have to be called. And, okay, this game, sadly for the build, we were just really far behind. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, we're really far behind. I was trying to assess it. Maybe we're just like a little bit behind, but no, we were down in the dumps behind. Okay, he had Blink already. 3rd base was on the way. Admittedly, he did do a build that was quite good against what we were doing, but... oh, he skipped the robo as well. Yeah, that's actually a pretty big deal. Okay, so what he did is he, instead of making the robo, he made extra gates and it allowed him to take the base. Yeah, I mean, his build was perfect against what we did. I mean, he played really well, so I'm tempted to say that was a high OMR Protoss player, but it could also be that the build is easy to play against once you open with the sentry, right? Because you got the full scout of the base. I mean, he knew exactly what was going on. Now, normally I would cut off the game here and go to the next, but I'm actually quite curious what MMR he was. Okay, so he was 5'8". That is not looking too hot for the build, to be honest, but I'm still going to make my own adaptations. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is against another Protoss. Now, what are we going to adapt, guys? I think there are 2 things that I'm not an enormous fan of. I think the first part is the double command center supply block. I think that has to be inefficient, okay? I'm not usually someone that goes and does the numbers, but I have a pretty good feel for builds. I feel like that part where you're just not building SCVs, I just don't think it can be efficient. Like, I feel like you're missing, I want to say maybe like 5 SCVs or something, 5, 6 SCVs just to make the 3rd command center. I think you would rather just make a depot and play 3 racks, or I mean, you can still play 3cc after that, but I think that's the first thing I'm going to change. Now, what else am I going to change? I'm not sure yet. I mean, if I would go for 3 racks, that changes the entire build drastically. I am tempted to proxy the factory as well, because I think, like, if they see the Hellions... Okay, there's a couple of ways that the Hellion attacks against Protoss can go when you run them at the front, right? First of all, they have a wall with a... Oh, that's one too many SCVs. They have a wall with a unit in that's plugging the hole, right? That already counters this build, okay? Because there is no way to get the unit out. You can counter that by building a Reaper. So I could change the build to... Let's say be reactor first. That would delay the factory a little bit, but I could go reactor first, and then I could have 1 Reaper and the same amount of Marines still. And then I can grenade the unit out of the wall. But if the factory is not proxied like this, if they go for the hallucinated Phoenix, they will just see the Hellions, and then it's kind of easy to stop, I think. Oh, we're going to kill the probe. That's nice. He should have just done damage to my Marine, actually. It's a little bit of a mistake by him. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, by the way, but pro tip for Protoss players. If your probe can do one hit on a SCV or Marine, you always do it, because that means that you're adept. 2 shots the Marine or SCV instead of 3. It's actually a pretty big deal. If you're making an adept, you always try to do 1 damage. If you can choose, let's say you can attack 2 SCVs, you also attack both of them once instead of one of them 2 times. Just because the extra hit doesn't do anything. But hitting them both once does. Just gonna go for the depot here. As you can see, I'm still making SCVs. So the next game, I could go for the proxy factory. Let's just see if we can kind of find a trend in how people deal with this stuff, right? Like, let's say we're gonna see a full wall off again. Then we're definitely gonna have to proxy the factory, because the full wall off really just counters the Hellions too hard, I think. And that's unpleasant. Slightly late on the depot, but I know it actually doesn't matter, because last time there was a bit of a delay as well for the Marines to be built, so that's no problem at all. And try to close those. I should be able to kill that adept actually with my 2 Hellions. I'm not 100% sure if that's worth it, to be honest. I guess we will see. The reason why I say that is because we are going to take damage on our Hellions trying to kill it. Okay, so we are going to be able to kill it for sure. I guess, yeah, we probably do want to, right? Okay, he's going to try to target one of my Hellions. There we go. I could repair these still. Is that dumb? Maybe it's not dumb, actually. I think we could probably go for that. Yeah, okay, here we go. I'll still make the Liberator. Command Center is quite late, but I am going to be able to build it on location, so that is all right. Hellions are very fast, you know? So I think it's probably fine. I'm still pressing the wrong buttons. I said it in the last video, I think. Because I've been playing AoE 2, the hotkeys for certain things are different. So I still find myself pressing the wrong button sometimes. Okay, so now I have a good amount of SCVs. Can I still go for the 3rd CC? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll see. Okay, so this guy, he's going for Phoenixes. Oh, that is interesting. I don't think this was covered in the replays. I have no idea where my SCV is. I guess it's kind of stuck over there. Now it's going to arrive over here. I guess we can target down this thing real quick. I got a Liberator, which might sound useless, but it doesn't actually have to be. Now, this bunker is going to be nice. We did lose the... Actually, I would have maybe preferred keeping the Hellions in the natural just for the sake of buying time. Oh, this is a hard transition here, guys, because... Oh, he's going to try to go for the SCV, I think. Yes, he is. I hope... Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I hope I don't target the SCV. We're going to kill a lot of probes here. Let's see. Is it going to finish? No, he did find it in the end. He lost so much here, though. And he lost all the Phoenixes. Guys, hold on. He lost all the Phoenixes going for it. The Stargate is depowered, and he doesn't have anti-air for his Liberator right now. How crazy is that? Hey, that was actually awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I could have done differently here. Actually, I'm going to... Can I? Oh, I think barely not. No, we can't. It is what it is. Okay, we're going to have to defend it with my tank. Would have preferred to have a wall, to be honest, but that's okay. I can actually siege the tank, even though he can... Oh, he found it, okay. I can actually siege the tank, even though he can shade on top of it, because then my Marines can kill the Adepts quite easily. Let's see if I can find anything. He's just chrono boosting workers, of course. Gonna try to shade into the main base. We just stopped that. And now we're going for a 2-base follow-up instead. He's gonna try for the shade. Classic Protoss move, actually. Just gonna spread my Marines a little bit. Yeah, it's not the worst move ever. Let's try to see if I can move those SCVs out of the way. Didn't really manage, but in the end, this game, I am more confident that we got into a good spot than last game. Am I happy with the execution? Not entirely. I think the bunker was going to be more important than the probe kills this game. So what I should have done is keep the Hellions in the natural, I think. Now, I'm really not 100% sure about that. The main reason why I'm not sure is because there were 2 Adepts in the wall. And he had 2 or 3 Phoenixes already, right? Those Hellions would have died very, very fast to the Adepts anyway. So it's hard to say. And also, I should have probably delayed one SCV because I didn't have money for the bunker initially. And my SCV got stuck over here. Now, the micro is definitely a little bit hard playing on ping, that is for sure. But I feel like I could have maybe actually... Honestly, I could have dropped my Marines here and built the bunker here as well. Yeah, the problem is that he can just target the SCV too, right? It's not like he has to kill the Marines first and then the bunker. Like, he could have just targeted the SCV. That is... But to be fair, it would have been a wall, and then I supply block him or block his gateway and his Stargate for sure. This time it was still in question. He didn't challenge it, but maybe he could have. Huh. I mean, this strategy is really incredibly interesting, you know? I definitely a lot of things that I could have done better. I'm gonna go a little bit crazy, and I'm gonna do a drop against Phoenixes. The reason why is because it's very annoying to deal with the drop if it reaches the main base. This because he's playing Phoenixes, I'm only going for one drop, by the way. If I would have gone for the double drop, if then he finds it, then all of a sudden we're in trouble. Oh, that was a real one. Okay. Because of the way he was moving it, I thought it was fake, to be honest. Now we're gonna move out. Let's see. No, well, he does have a robot. Okay, I was gonna say I could keep the tank at home. Sounds dumb, but if he's... There's an observer here, so now he knows that I am doing this. If he's going for pure charge slots, the tank is useless. The trade is gonna be exactly the same whether he has the tank or not. That's kind of the problem. Now, because he gave away the Phoenix, I have to imagine that he didn't build more. I mean, there's always the chance that he did, right? But let's see. Okay, here, this is going to be very annoying for him. I think he's going to get cooked by this for sure, guys. Oh, do not kill your own tank, please. I think he's about to get cooked. Drop in the main is going ham. See, he can actually target that pylon as well. Now he's distracted, so he can go into his third base as well. Oh, Templars being built. We don't want those. There you go. Those are now dead officially. I'm just gonna look at this move. I'm gonna target all of his probes. Look at this. Every single probe is gonna die. Maybe not one. I don't think he has blink because he has charge, and then we can just go back over here. The drop actually did barely get cleaned up. It really was not a convincing cleanup at all. The mines are still there, guys. Look at those mines. One more shot would be beautiful. Let me micro those Marauders so they don't die. And we have absolutely obliterated this guy, to be honest. The bunker drop, this game, definitely worked, guys. That is for sure. I do like the follow-up more. Not to... Actually, let me back off here momentarily, I think. Just because I want my dudes to heal up. Actually, a very easy mistake to make as Terran, by the way, is you have way more army and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stay. But most of the time, it's actually smarter to just go back and heal up your units, and then you should be perfectly fine. Struggling a little bit to manage my economy. That is just a skill issue. There were Templars there. That Templar does have energy for one storm and one storm only. So we're gonna go and bait it out. And we're gonna move forward with the mine. Actually, I can just do this. Look at this move. We're just gonna walk past, force him to come into me, force him to take all the Widow Mine hits to the face. Everything is gonna die. That is a beautiful fight. And this game... Okay, normally here, pro tip, you kill the pylon. But because I have such an overwhelming unit count, you don't actually want to do that. Because if you kill the pylon, he gets the warp-ins refunded, and he can just instantly warp in again somewhere else, right? In that case, it's better to actually just kill the units while they're warping in. Okay, takes... is there one? Oh, I thought there was another Templar down there, but it was just the aftermath of the storm. Okay, very nice. 1-1 with the bunker drop build so far. I definitely like this version more. Though, admittedly, the last guy did have a way better build against it, okay? So let's not pretend that my little adaptation has somehow made this build legendary or whatever. The build here was nice, but I did obviously need my opponent to play into it a little bit. I do think the execution of this is significantly better. My money feels nice. I can actually hit a timing behind it. Really important little thing for Terran players, by the way. Momentum is very, very, very important with Terran. So if you have a build where you do a lot of damage, but you can't follow up behind it, it's not going to be that good for you in the end. Because both Protoss and Zerg can make workers way faster than you. So if you leave them be, if you leave this guy chrono boosting probes from 2 Nexi or 3, your worker damage is just not going to matter at all. So yeah, this could have been executed a lot better for sure. The SCV got stuck in here. I don't even know where it is. It's actually, yeah, it's right here, exactly. A couple ways to play this. Okay, so the Hellions got through. That's actually not supposed to happen. You know what, guys? Maybe I should have not even run the Hellions in, to be honest. Because if I keep the Hellions out here, the Adepts have to stay here. The Phoenixes can't really go for the Hellions because, first of all, they're far away. But even if I'm paying attention, I could run them away. So somehow, I think the best play would have been to just keep the Hellions out here. And I'm looking at it. Then here, I could have played this multiple ways. Bunker here could have been nice. Bunker here also would have been very, very nice. Wait, I think I denied Warp Gate. Oh, that was actually the last second. Yeah. Okay, so the execution here was not perfect. Still ended up being quite good. I killed every single Phoenix as well as 10 probes, which really is more than good enough, especially because here I have a stronger follow-up, right? with the 3CC timing attack, got every single air unit. This was probably the best case scenario for this build so far. Let's go to game number 3. Oh, wow. Okay, game number 3 is going to be against Trigger. Trigger's MMR that you guys could see does not do him justice, because Trigger is actually straight up one of the best Protoss players in the world. Especially in PvT, by the way. So, I mean, if this works, then Inexorable gets like VIP status or whatever, because that would be freaking insane. This is a pretty good map to Reaper Wall, to be fair. I think this is one of the maps I saw a replay on. I saw it on this one and on Tourmaline, I believe. So, oh man, this would be legendary. Okay, shout out to Inexorable if this one wins for sure, guys. We gotta okay, even if it looks good, we don't even have to win the game, because that could also be a skill issue on my part. If it looks good, he deserves a special shout out from us. But let's see first, right? Because, I mean, to be honest, playing against Trigger, I think it's very easy for me to just get absolutely annihilated. So I guess we'll see. But it's gonna be a fun one. At least this time we are both playing on ping, because he's playing from Korea and I'm playing from Mexico on the EU server. Pretty cool, actually. You guys might wonder why the hell we're playing on the EU server. The EU server has become kind of a super server, which is honestly what the StarCraft 2 Pro scene needed. So before, it was kind of scattered between EU and Korea, and I mean, high-level players don't really play on an A, but some of them do. But now more and more people are just only playing on the EU, so now you can kind of... It's basically like having a global server. To be honest, the ideal thing would be for Blizzard to actually just make a global server with better servers than having to play on a million ping against each other, right? But for now, the EU turning into a super server is really nothing bad for us, that is for sure. No probe scout, by the way. On one hand, you would say nice. I actually think it is not nice, because if he doesn't probe scout, I think he's extremely likely to go for the hallucinated Phoenix instead, which makes it way worse. Now, the last game, my opponent did not go for the hallucinated Phoenix, I believe, so we are 1-1 in that statistic for now. I mean, yeah, I could still make the adaptation to proxy the factory, but, I mean, you would rather not. If you don't have to, then you're not going to do it, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. I got my CC a little late last game. I don't know if I can afford it earlier. I would love to get it now. Let's get the starport first. No, I'll make the depot first, and then we'll just build it when I can afford it. I think that's the right way to do it. It does make sense to cut a couple SCVs here, technically, because you don't actually need the gas. I guess you need a little bit of gas for the Liberator, right? So you can cut it at 24. I think that makes sense. Or maybe even 23. I think that would be okay as well. Dude, first, my brain actually just tripped, and I thought my Hellion movement was weird because there was a DT in the way. That would have been quite something, that is for sure. That is not where you want to be. That is... What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. That looked weird. Okay. I guess we can make this CC now, right? Do I need the... Yeah, I'll make those Marines. And we're going to be supply blocked at 39. Oh, yeah, exactly like I said. It is indeed hallucinated Phoenix. That is tough. Okay. Now, I definitely prefer making another depot over here. It takes a little bit too long to get it down, for sure. So this was kind of like a medium version instead of staying at 39 forever. Oh, I don't need an SCV, by the way. I forgot about the SCV for almost. That would have been tight. Here we go. You guys get in there. Then the Hellions go on. I'm still pressing the wrong keys. Here we go. You guys go over there, and you guys go... God, it actually is a little bit annoying to press the wrong keys all the time. Not gonna lie. Okay. Let's change the hotkeys, actually. Yeah, make those number 2, because so far, quite often... Let's see. Not a full wall off, and his units are outside. Okay, this could get interesting, guys. And he has a Reaper wall off. Okay, extremely interesting over here. So we're gonna go for the bunker wall. That is gonna die instantly. Oh no, why are you stuck? Why are you stuck over here? Let's get the bunker, then we get the cars in. Oh, I think I have to kill this battery. He's actually going to try to go for the denial instantly. Yeah, the problem is that, yeah, he blocked this right away. Yeah, the bunker. Can I actually save these? I am insane for doing that. do not do that at home, please. Okay. Yeah, the battery. I don't know why he built the battery, actually. That battery is weird. Have people been doing this to him, guys? What? Battery? I mean, obviously he saw that I was playing 1-1-1 on one base, but it still doesn't feel normal to make a battery there, to be honest. That is a pretty crazy battery, not gonna lie. And let's try to repair these up really fast. Nope, let me just try to stay in this bush. Hold position is exactly what you want to do. Or maybe block his entry as well. No, barely not. Unfortunate. Now, I still have a secondary combination here. We got the Liberator plus the medevac drop. What? This is a proxy gate? Where the hell did you guys see that? Where the hell did those stalkers just come from? That makes actually no sense. Is he cheesing me? I have actually no idea what just happened. Did they just... I guess he just walked them around a bit awkwardly or something? What the heck happened here? Did he walk... Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, that is kind of messed up, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what he was doing over there. That was probably just accidental rally. Oh, that actually messed me up. I saw these stalkers, so I was calculating to have to defend against those stalkers, but then they were already here. I mean, at this point, to be honest, guys, I could have still sieged up here, and then the Liberator... Where's the Liberator? Liberator goes in there, and the Hellion drop gets here eventually. But yeah, this is kind of what I would expect this to look like against a player like Trigger, to be honest. I'm not sure why the battery was there. I mean, it's extremely safe. I think the battery... Okay, I see it now. That's actually a bit unfortunate. The battery was here because this was his only pylon in the main base. Oh, that actually sucks. That's crazy, by the way. Wow. StarCraft 2 can get really, really interesting. So he probably wanted to make the battery in the mineral line in case of any kind of attack into the mineral line, right? But because this was his only pylon, the battery was really far forward and perfectly covered the bunker drop. That sucks. That is unfortunate. Also, I made a mistake here because I didn't think this was a full wall for some reason. Like, I looked at this. Maybe the building was still building or something. I'm not quite sure what I saw. For some reason in my mind, it didn't look like a full wall. Like, I know there's a space over here, right? But okay, I just saw it wrong. That's absolutely my bad. Now, this game was very, very quickly. I don't want to end on an absolute destruction. I mean, if the next game is a destruction as well, we will end on it. But let's go to a final game. Okay, the final game of the day is somehow against another Protoss. I was actually kind of excited to try this against Zerg. I already had an idea planned where I would go for... I would go for an SCV scout. I would delay the third base, right? So he wouldn't have creep there yet. Then I would drop a bunker like over here on the third base and then make an armory so I could make hellbats against the Lynx. That was the idea I had to play against Zerg. Against Terran, I would have been absolutely clueless, to be honest. I don't know how I could make this work against Terran. But against Zerg, I was kind of excited. Now, because so far, we've got an hallucinated scouted twice and pretty much lost because of it twice, to be honest, right? Because their responses were too good. This time, I am going to go for the proxy factory. Our score is 1-2 right now. And it would be nice to try that out. It's a little bit awkward to send out the SCV for that. Because I kind of need to send it out already because of the probe scout, right? But then it's very early. Yeah. Also, it's kind of weird if he scouts my base and he sees a starport, but no factory. I mean, I don't know. I feel like mind games are always good, you know. Like the thing is, if they see you're doing something weird, but they don't know what it is, it still doesn't mean they're gonna have the correct response to it, right? That makes sense. Let's see. I'm just gonna build it over here. I know it's a little far, but I don't want to get scouted by the actually, I'll build it over here. I don't want to get scouted by the hallucinated Phoenix later on, you know, where he, I don't know, let's say he just takes a weird path with it, flies all the way, like, shoo, and then he finds it. That would be pretty devastating to me. Okay, so now he knows I'm playing double gas. As you can see, the mineral cost of the scout does hurt me already, right? Because I wasn't able to afford the factory right away. I'll make a depot with one of these gas guys right after the reactor. Can I kill the probe? Am I greedy? Oh, I was a little bit too greedy there. It's my bad. Shouldn't have gone for it. Ideal thing to do there is actually to hide the Marine. I think it's better. Now, there is a chance we're playing as the same Protoss as game number 1, by the way. That would be pretty devastating. I think I might have a different way to execute this as well. I could just, instead of even trying to go in front with the Hellions, I could just straight try to elevator the Hellions as well. The problem with that is that you have to unload 8 units, right? 7 Marines and 1 SCV. It really takes quite a while, to be honest, so not 100% sure about that. Now, can I get 7 Marines to the starport in time? I guess I can't afford to skip my Marines at any point because of that as well. Let's keep that in mind. Do I have to... well, it's kind of close. I mean... Oh, am I really gonna... I'm gonna do it, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna finish the SCV. I'm gonna risk not arriving in time because I'm stupid. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, then I'm gonna make the extra depot this time. There, okay, so the hallucinated Phoenix again, right? That's not surprising. This time, he doesn't see it. If this is the same Protoss player, I can use this SCV, of course. If this is the same Protoss player, he's probably going to be aware. If it's not, then, well... Yeah, I mean, maybe... Like, to me, this kind of looks like a tank push, if I'm honest. To me, this looks like I'm doing a tank push, okay? Like, he just sees Marines and he says nothing in my base. Now, the Marines are going to be slightly late, I think. I mean, it's really not that bad, to be honest, but they are going to be slightly late, unfortunately. Nothing much I can do about that. Now, I'm going to fly the factory back, and I'm going to keep the starport there. Yeah, it's a little painful to proxy the starport, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Actually, what I can do... Okay, this is... We're going to go on crack right now. He is... Okay, that is an insane move to make, to be honest, but sure. I'm going to drop the Hellions first. That's what I'm going to do. Probably move the Stalker back, right, if I had to guess. I think so. Okay, so we're gonna drop the Hellions over here, and then we're gonna pick up the rest of the stuff. That is the play. Let's see. What does he have ready? Oh, he's playing 1,000,000 gates. Yeah, that's not what I want to see, to be honest. That is absolutely not what I wanted to see. I mean, his Hellion drop is gonna work out, but this is a painful build to go up against, that is for sure. Oh my goodness, he was... Wait, the proxy... This is funny. The proxy actually totally worked. But not because the build... Oh no, why did you stop, you dumbass? Not because of the damage, but because he thought it was indeed like an Omega tank push. Though, to be honest, this guy, I find him very weird, the way he plays. You guys are probably gonna... Oh, it's because I tried to make a tech lab or whatever before it was landed. So, he scouted my CC. Why are there still 1,000,000 gates and batteries is what I want to know. And now, because my factory is so late, I think we're in a bit of a predicament here, to be honest. I don't know if he's going to have Blink. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're going to have to fight this, to be honest, just to make sure. Please stop, please stop, please stop. There you go. Just to make sure that the CC gets up. I have no idea why I started an orbital there. That's very dumb. Why did I do it twice? That's even dumber. It was a distraction, I mean, guys. It was a distraction. Okay, relax. Okay, that is... I'm going to lose that. I'm actually gonna lose that. Please repair it. Oh no, it's a disaster, guys. This one is on me. That is for sure. This one is 100% on me. Yeah, I thought the CC was not even the biggest mistake, actually. I think it was the tank. I don't know if I would have had the tank. If I would have had the tank, then it was definitely the biggest mistake. Otherwise, it would have been the CC. My opponent really is playing this super, super weird. Like, just... Somehow he's playing this weirder than me, I think, to be honest. 4-gate and no blink all in just makes no freaking sense, to be honest. Is he gonna go for the tank? Okay, I thought it was absolutely insane for a second. What can I do here, guys? I don't know. I mean, this loss is definitely on me, guys. This one we can't give a negative shout-out to Inexorable for. The other game, sure. This one... this one is definitely on me. Wait, let's see. Let's see if I can do something really cool here. I don't have a meta... Guys, I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but I think at this point we're all thinking it. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Absolutely zero. Okay, here we go. This could be a decent fight. Okay, now I'm gonna unsiege. Let's see what happens. Pull the boys, of course. That's important. We pull the boys and we pray. That's the plan. If he went for blink, there would be a very minor chance that we could make something work. If he went for charge, I would say there's no way. I'm actually not going to drop a depot there. I wanted to. The reason why I'm not going to drop the depot is because I might need a scan. Now, let's see. I think I just have to walk very far forward. I'm going to siege here first. Exactly. That is nice. There we go. What is it going to be, my guy? Oh, he took a third base. Oh, hell yeah. Guys, there's no way we can... If I win this, I'm expecting to be reported if I win this. Okay. I really shouldn't be able to win this. Do not kill your own people, please. That's dumb. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna try and go. That's probably a fake Archon. No, he did go for charge. Okay, yeah, we're gonna lose this one. GG is gonna have to be called. And yeah, this one is definitely on me, guys. What can I say? I'm really curious as to, like... how he play. It's so weird to me how he played this. So it was sentry first. That part we know. That makes sense. Then he sees that I have nothing in my base. Go for 3 gateways and double battery. Makes sense. I have no idea why he would send out a stalker. Like this is actually an insane move, I think, to be honest. Like, if I was attacking him already, that would be an absolutely terrible move. Okay. Let's see. He's scouting with the Phoenix. I like that move for sure. Hellion drop does a lot of damage, but sadly for me, we weren't able to get in here. How long did I idle the factory for, guys? Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, it's painful. It's going to be like 25 seconds at least. Let's see. 356 roughly. 20 seconds. And then I did it again for... Oh, that was 2 seconds. 20 seconds. Okay, the tank wouldn't have finished, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm going to blame myself slightly less for this. Because... I feel like we were dead anyway. I mean, the tank wasn't going to finish, okay? I wouldn't have had the tank. I could have saved the CC, but even then, I would be on one base for a very, very, very long time, because even if you have one tank, you can't move down. If I walk down with the tank, he kills it with the Stalkers. If I put it here, it's not in range. So honestly, we were dead. Thank goodness, okay? Because I would have been very upsetty spaghetti with myself otherwise. Now, I guess here, he made a very sus move, to be honest, but... What the heck is that? Like, seriously? Well, what did he just do? What is that? He knows... This really is an incredibly weird move. Like, he knows where my starport is. Okay? And then he's just like... Okay, I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not going to make any kind of formal accusation here because there's no need for that. Maybe he just got lucky, but that was extremely suspicious. Can't lie about it. Anyway, this game was already lost at this point, of course, for sure. So we go 1-3 with the bunker drop. I would say it looked good in one game, promising in one game, terrible in the other against Trigger, but he was just too good. And this game, it also looked pretty bad. But to be honest, my opponent went for the Sentry first and then 4-gate. And I think somehow, maybe if I got bunkers fastest, I could have turned it into a win. So this game is going to be, I guess this game can be nullified. So I guess it's going to be an official 1-2 for me for the bunker drop. Didn't work out today, but obviously shout out to Inexorable for sending me a cool build that I got to try. And that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.